me say no please.
So we're back again for the second quarter-final game. This time around, we are hoping to get a very cracking game between 5 times champions and then the host nation, Morocco. It will be coming up against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, a country that they had a lot of controversies before the tournament, but here they are at the quarter-final stage, and Ashraf Hakimi is now fit, well and prepared to face Cameroon. But it will be interesting for the Atlas Lions to play against the indomitable Lions without the services of Azedini Onai, very fantastic midfielder who has been superb so far in the competition. My name is Joel Eshen, and welcome to Match Day Live right here on GhanaWeb. We're still doing this with Lawrence Krobia Sante and Benjamin Saki. Your predictions are welcome, and I want to state on record that we don't have the right to show, so we'll just be giving you updates and commentary as and when it comes. Your predictions are welcome. Earlier on, the Teranga Lions of Senegal, Iliman Ndiaye, scored the only goal against a 10-man Mali team. We'll be looking at this particular game, and before Ulas Enterprises, generator set, water pump, drilling machine, compactors, wheelbarrows, there is only one place for you to get, and that is Ulas Enterprise. Contact them 020-300-5498. That is the number being displayed on your screen. Guys, let me come to you, Lawrence. Morocco against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon.
Yeah, another interesting match we are about to witness here, and of course, looking at these two teams, they've been giving us some good football from their group stages, and also in the last round of 16 games, they managed to progress to this very quarter-final stage. And looking at the level of these teams, we've known Cameroon as one of the giants on the continent. In fact, they are the second most successful nation when it comes to the AFCON, having won it 5 times in their history. Huge, coming up against the Moroccans, who have won the competition once and trying to, double up with this year's edition, hosting the competition, and they are also aiming at, achieving the ultimate goal by way of going through to the grand finale and also clinch their second in the history of the competition. And these are two countries who have a lot of quality individuals within their ranks. So we will be witnessing a very good game from two giant nations, and also with some exciting individual players also trying to showcase what they have under their sleeves for their respective nation so far as this AFCON comes to play, and this particular game also is concerned. So these are two countries with rich history on the shores of Africa, and we will be witnessing a very good game this afternoon from these two sides. In fact, the last edition, they all made it into the round of 16, and they were shown the exit. The Cameroonians got eliminated in the round of 16 against Nigeria. It was a 2-0 victory for Nigeria. They got them eliminated. And also, Morocco also exited the last edition in the same round of 16, and they also lost to South Africa by 2-0. So it was a 2-0 defeat for both teams in the last edition in the round of 16. This time round, they had the opportunity to, gone past their oppositions in the round of 16, where we saw Cameroon beating the South Africans by 2-1, and also the Moroccans, very difficult victory they had against Tanzania. It was a very difficult one, a hard-fought victory they had against Tanzania. But throughout the 90 minutes of action, they were the better side. They created some numerous couple of chances. They couldn't bury most of them, and they had the only goal on target through Brahim Diaz, being assisted by Ashraf Hakimi, and that edged out Tanzania, and he plays on advantage for the host nation Morocco, and they are here meeting Cameroon. It's going to be a very good game, a very cagey encounter, and a Central African side, Cameroon, and also the northern side, Morocco. We are going to witness a very good game, more of a West African side and also northern side. So we will see the technical part from the Moroccans, the flexible part of the Moroccans, and how they play. Then we will see the physical nature of the Cameroonians. So there's going to be a very interesting encounter between these two rich countries so far as the AFCON is concerned.
All right, so let me take you through the lineup real quick. Morocco starting with goalkeeper Yassine Bono will be handling affairs for the Moroccans. Captain Ashraf Hakimi is available. He will be leading the team backline. Naif Agred, and you have Adam Massina. Nazuri Mazrari is also in there. In the midfield, the Moroccans have Ismail Sabari. Also, there is El Anawi in there, and El Kanaswa. He will be also in the midfield. Now in attack, Morocco, Brahim Diaz, El Kabi, and then El Zarawi. These are the guys starting in midfield for the Atlas Lions of Morocco. When it comes to the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, who will also be leading, you have goalkeeper Mboka Epasi. Yes, goalkeeper Mboka Epasi. They are going for a back three. Yes, Cameroon is going for a back three. Nuhu is in a mess. There is Kuto and then Maloney. In midfield of five, there is Nagida, Namaso, Carlos Baliba, Avon, and the man wearing the jersey, Junior Chumadu. Yes, two men leading attack, and of course one of my favorite youngsters in the AFCON, Christian Kofani. Christian Kofani alongside Manchester United's in Buemo. Quick one, predictions, and then we go.
2-1 in favor of Morocco.
2-1 in favor of Morocco. Lawrence.
Well, extra time. We will go for an extra time game. Clearly, this is how I see it from. So from there, I will predict the final.
No, we still want
the No. For the first half, I think it's going to be a scoreless draw.
All right. So Rabat hold its breath. Morocco's dream of winning their second AFCON after 1976 on home soil continues, but now they have to face 5-time champions Cameroon, who are also fighting for their 6th trophy as far as the AFCON is concerned. And Cameroon, they have a lot of troubles at home, but now they are determined to rewrite history. And there is Cameroon surging forward with full speed, but the Moroccans are charging forward. A very packed Rabat Stadium, and Cameroon inside the 18-yard box, but that was a quick interception from the Moroccans. Look at the atmosphere at the stadium. Morocco already appealing for a handball, but referee says play must continue. He is not going to award any foul inside the opening minutes for the Atlas Lions. Morocco and Cameroon, as far as the AFCON is concerned, this is against men and boys. The indomitable Lions are men. They've won 5, with their latest trophy being in Gabon in 2017. Egypt took the lead, but Christian Bassogog and Vincent Abubakar did the magic for Cameroon, who won their 5th trophy, and there is Mazrari going for a long one, trying to find his teammate. He couldn't. Abdul Eze couldn't run fast, and will be a welcome goal kick for goalkeeper a Parsi of Cameroon. So far, it looks like both teams are going to be using the long balls.
Yeah, I think so far 2 minutes into the first department of the game, the two teams will be very cautious and steady each other. That is what they are doing. But early incursion as to why the Moroccans are not going to change anything against the Cameroonians. They will go high flying and also trying to, use the long balls, because they've got some very good, fullbacks. Mazraoui operating from the left side, surging forward. He is one of the very good attacking players or from the defensive line. Then Ashraf Hakimi with our incisive crosses and how he also adapt to the final third. So we will have a lot of balls, long balls from these two sides. And also looking at the formation and the shape of the Cameroonians, they are also playing the 3-back system. And we know whenever a team set up in a 3-back, meaning the full backs are going to join the final attackers. So we will see a lot of runs and a lot of crosses also in this particular game from both sides.
We're going to see a lot of crosses in this game. That was Lawrence Krobia Sante, Morocco, wearing their white jersey, whilst the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, they are in their traditional green and red with the yellow stripes. Mbuemo is here to score in this AFCON, but Christian Kofani, what a talent, the bio for Leverkusen striker. What a tournament he's having. If he continues like this, he might not play next season in the Bundesliga for Bayer for Leverkusen.
Yeah, he's one of the young players around in the German Bundesliga this season. And of course, he's been, one of the fine, young, talented players in the German Bundesliga. He's been on form for Bayer for Leverkusen and transiting that into his AFCON debut, making his debut so far as the AFCON is concerned at age 19 or so. He's below 20 years. And looking at the performance he's been showing up front for the Cameroonians, I think he's one for the future for the Cameroonian national team. He's scored 2 goals already in the competition. That was the last 2 goals. The last group game against Mozambique, he was on the score sheet, and also the round of 16 game against South Africa. He was so decisive for them. A young player who is coming up and also banging in goals for both club and country. It's not easy. Sometimes very difficult for even top players who are applying their trade in Europe to even, thrive on the shores of Africa when it's come to the AFCON. But this is a young talent who has slotted into the national team of Cameroon with ease and also banging in goals. He also one of the young players in the tournament. You talk of a certain Amad Diallo, who is also in blistering form for the Cameroonians, and of course a certain Maza in the Algerian team, another young player from Bayer for Leverkusen, also at age 22 or so. These are some of the young talented players we have this year in the competition, and they are all playing so well and doing so well for their respective national teams.
All right, so 6 minutes of action, Ben. How do you see the two teams based on the anticipation? They both didn't want the Egyptian referee to handle this game.
Yes, we all know the North African ties among themselves. So I think it was a request in the right direction so that we get a neutral person coming from a neutral region to come and officiate the game. In the early stages of the game, I think the Moroccans are trying their possible best to get the lead. And we're seeing Brahimi and Hakimi coming into the game to ensure that they are able to create something. And I believe that if they continue like this, they may get the lead in the game. Cameroon, yeah, they are expected to be very dangerous on the counter-attack. And if also they keep on making Carlos Baleba and Bemu, they're able to give us their A game, I think they will give a very tough test to the Moroccans.
They will give a very tough test to the Moroccans. So far, El Kawi started the tournament on the bench. But after producing 2 brilliant goals, his sacrifice has been rewarded. And he is now leading the Atlas Lions. Morocco, they have been in the semi-finals of the AFCON 3 times in their history, and so they are pushing for a 4th appearance in a semi-final. They were in the semi-finals in 1976, which they won. They were in the semi-finals in 1980. They were also in the semi-finals who went to this year, did host and win in 2004. That was also a tournament that the Black Stars didn't qualify. And Ashraf Hakimi wins a free kick in a very dangerous place for Morocco, in favor of Morocco. And yeah, in the indomitable Lions, the Cameroonian players, they are not happy with the referee's decision to award the foul. But that was some brilliant clearance from Captain Nuhu. It would have been an easy tap-in for a Kabi.
Yeah, that was a great incursion from the Moroccans to, to have gotten the first goal into the first 10 minutes of action. But a very good clearance there to have, denied the Moroccans the open goal. But hey, this is another opportunity for the Moroccans to make good use of, another great opportunity, and we know how good a certain Ashraf Hakimi is when it comes to taking set pieces. He used to score this at the World Cup 2022. He scored some, and also during the qualification, we saw him scoring some beautiful free kicks for the Moroccan national team. Also for his club side, Paris Saint-Germain, during the season 2024-2025. So let's see how this particular one pans out. They have it in a very advantageous position. It is a matter of how Ashraf will go for this one and the outcome.
Ashraf Hakimi behind this ball. Will he be able to bend it to inside the net? Ashraf Hakimi, reigning African Footballer of the Year. Hakimi went for a slow one. Oh. It looked like a training ground regime between him and Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz's anticipation was slow. It was a brilliant.
I don't think it was that slow,
Yes.
but the power behind the ball was too heavy,
Yeah.
and you couldn't have had any, a touch on it. That was, next time they will find a better way of doing it.
Next time, they will find a better way of doing it. That was some smart move from Achraf Hakimi. He has been made so far one of the superstars, but he was injured in the Champions League by Brahim Diaz when Paris Saint-Germain lost by 2-1 to Bayern at the Allianz Arena. But he is an incredible player, and definitely not only Moroccans were hoping to see him in the tournament.
Yes, he's one of Africans' best, and we would also wish to have the very best of African players who are making names elsewhere, to have them present for this very occasion. So we were all anticipating for his return, on time to be on the field for Morocco. And I think that, as you said, I don't think we are all happy for Achraf Hakimi, and these are some of the best players we have on the continent, that you even feel good sitting behind your television watching Achraf Hakimi and the likes playing in the AFCON for their respective countries. So I think he's one of the best players on the shores of Africa.
One of the best players, but currently he is the best player on the continent.
Rightly so, yeah. He won it, I think, 2 months ago, right?
No, it was in December.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was in December. Yeah.
Okay.
So, roughly a month ago. That is Achraf Hakimi. The atmosphere at the stadium from the Moroccans, very interesting. But for me, the sad part is that we are not getting the same atmosphere inside the other stadiums when it is not Morocco that is playing. And that's maybe might be the only reason why I would want Morocco to advance to the next stage of the competition. For me, we need that atmosphere at the stadium. Morocco against a powerhouse like Cameroon. But whilst Morocco have been in the semi-finals only 3 times, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon are 5 times champions. They won it. And the most disappointing aspect of Cameroon's record in the AFCON is that when Ghana won 4 trophies, they didn't have a single one. Because Ghana's last AFCON trophy was in Libya 1982. Cameroon won it in 1984. They won it in 1988, 2000, 2002, and 2017. That is Cameroon for you. Even though their first appearance was in 1970, they've appeared 22 times at the AFCON, including the current one that we're watching. That is Cameroon for you. They are a powerhouse, big boys. The only North African side that can say they are able to handle Cameroon well is Egypt. Whenever they get Cameroon, they deal with them very well.
And even the last one happened in Ghana.
Yes,
their last AFCON finals meeting.
In 2017, they redeemed themselves by beating them in the finals, but then they lost to Egypt in the finals. In 2008 and 2010, Egypt eliminated them I think from the quarterfinal or semi-final, they would be the ball straight. But Moroccans couldn't get to the ball. Mbuemo attempted the counter-attack, but that was some solid defensive play from Brahim Diaz, and he's been able to win an attacking free kick for Morocco. They are dominating the game so far, but in 16 minutes, we still not had any clear-cut chance in the game.
Yes, I think the Cameroonians have realized that the Moroccans are pressing for the opener, but I think they need to stay compact at the moment, and then as the game goes on, they will be able to read and know how to open up and then attack the Moroccans. I think the Moroccan players should be very careful. So far, the 50-50 decisions all have gone in favor of Morocco. And then there was a Mbemo foul that was overlooked by the referee. And you know the atmosphere.
It was a clean tackle.
It was a clean tackle.
It was a clean.
You won the ball.
You won the ball. You won the ball.
Really?
Yeah. It was a clean
then maybe I didn't pay attention, but I felt in the position that he was, there could have been a foul or something. So if it was fine. I think the 50-50 balls have gone in their favor. They should be careful in terms of composure and then approach to the referee and all that, because this is the host nation, and you know how the North Africans, they can provoke you into doing stuff that could get you into trouble. So yes, it's been good. I think as time goes, the Cameroonians will open up and also attack them, and that is where we'll see the real beauty of the game. But so far, the Moroccans are doing very well, pressing them, not giving them a space to breathe, and also making sure that the right thing is done.
And that is the Indomitable Lions. Bono had to make that decisive clearance and prevent Mbuemo, Brian Mbuemo, from getting onto the ball. And it looks like Brentford Arsenal very well represented, because Cameroon are attempting a long throw, and it will be taken by Joanne, whipping the ball with a long throw. But Naif again was there to clear, still back with Cameroon. They lose this possession, but now they are quick to react. What a press from Morocco. They'll switch the ball down to the right-hand side. Good one from Brian Mbuemo. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz, beautiful display. And now Morocco, very, very energetic. They are ready to show why they are the best on the continent now. Kabi, Kabi's pass has been intercepted. I think that was a poor ball from the young man.
Well, I think the Moroccans are enjoying themselves so far in the game. They are seeing more of the ball in terms of possession, and also creating some chances for themselves from the wide areas. No wonder they've already registered 5 corner kicks. And I mean, the Cameroonians had none as we speak. They are creating from all angles. From the right-hand side, Ashraf Hakimi, Brahim Diaz. Then you have Mazraoui and Ezazuli. So they are going to face a very, very difficult threat in their half. And that will result into a lot of corner kicks, advantage the Moroccans. Only that they've also not been able to be that incisive and clinical enough using all the corner kicks they are having, the set pieces. They've not been able to, utilize those opportunities they've been getting from the corner kicks and the fouls and the set pieces that they have gotten. But so far, they've been the better part in the game. They are creating, they are also trying, making a lot of cases for themselves to, get a first important goal. The Cameroonians are also solid at the back, trying to, curtail the pressure, make sure they make good use of this opportunity. And after the first 45 minutes into the second department of the game, they will also have themselves in the game proper than this, because the Moroccans are trying to get an early goal to unsettle them. The moment they settle down, they will also have themselves in the game. Then we are going to have a very balanced and interesting game.
We're going to have a very balanced and interesting game. But who will draw the first blood? As far as this encounter is concerned, Morocco, they've been super. They defeated Comoros by 2-0. They drew 1-1 with Mali. They disciplined Zambia by 3-0. And they had a narrow victory against Tanzania. And so far, Morocco have conceded just 1 goal in the AFCON, and that was against Mali. So that is Morocco for you. Conceded only 1 goal. Brilliant defensive setup for the indomitable Lions. They've kept only 1 clean sheet in the AFCON so far. They defeated Gabon 1-0, drew 1-1 with the Ivory Coast. Defeated Mozambique by 2-1. And it had to take some spirited performance, winning 2-1 against the Bafana Bafanas of South Africa. Very disappointing, but then many would have wished to see South Africa over Mali in the quarterfinals, but then it is not Mali's fault that they couldn't qualify.
Well, so I think per the stats you were putting across, and the Moroccans are very solid. Having played 4 matches already, they've conceded just a single goal. That clearly tells you how solid they've been at the back, how combative they've been at the back. The partnership of Naef Agued and Massina, these are 2 experienced players. Naef playing for, Olympique de Marseille. He had a stint with West Ham United in the Premiership and also now in the French League Championnat. So he's got the exposure and the experience from this top-tier level of football. Then you talk of a certain, he started with Roman Saez. And
that he was injured.
Yes, he got injured in their open game against Comoros. He is yet to return. Then a certain Massina, who is also playing his trade in Italy. And every defender who is having a stint in the Italian Serie A, knows how to defend so well. So he's also there. Then the fullbacks, Mazraoui and Datov, a certain Achraf Hakimi. Achraf Hakimi, Inter Milan, and also Real Madrid, and now Paris Saint-Germain. You talk of Mazraoui, Ajax Amsterdam. He had a stint in the German Bundesliga with Bayern Munich, now Manchester United. So they have the experience, they've gotten the exposure, they've played against the very best of players in the world. The Lionel Messis, the Ronaldos, the Neymars, the Hazards. These players have equally faced them one way or the other. So I think they have the experience, and the understanding too is there. They've been playing themselves together for quite some time now in the national team, and that is what is working well for the Moroccan national team. So far as their defensive solidity also comes to play.
So far as their defensive solidity comes to play, 24 minutes of action inside Rabat. No goal yet from either side. But let's see how it goes. Morocco still with the build-up. Moroccans pressing the whipping the long ball, trying to find El Kabi. But Naif Agued will be going back to the Moroccan stolen possession. Down inside the 18, but they whipping the ball. But that was some brilliant interception again by the captain. No, what a teaming cross from El Anawi. Another corner kick from Morocco. Can they make it count this time around? Another corner kick for Morocco. Pressure upon pressure on the indomitable Lions of Cameroon to do something. Achraf Hakimi will take the corner kick. You're whipping the ball straight. And who is that? And now is Brahim Diaz get the final touch on the ball. El Kabi met the cross with his head. But it was Brahim Diaz who had the final touch on the ball. And the stadium has erupted into celebrations. Wild celebrations. And guess what? It was their star player up front. The Real Madrid midfielder, Brahim Diaz, who has gotten the opener again for the Atlas Lions of Morocco after 26 minutes of action. Morocco won, Indomitable Lions of Cameroon nil.
Well, that was a very good goal there by from the Cameroonians. A well-worked goal, and of course, Brahim Diaz had a final touch, and it was clearly a heavy touch that slotted in the ball at the back of the nets. And a very good goal by him. In fact, he's having a tournament to remember.
Yeah.
In the shirt of Morocco, he's having a tournament to remember. This happens to be his first AFCON for the Atlas Lions of Morocco, having switched nationality from the Spanish national team to represent his country, Morocco. And of course, ever since, he's never looked back. His performance for the national team has been, consistent level. He's been performing and also helping them in terms of getting the ball at the back of the net. And he's having a tournament to remember. Also, this tournament, he's been registering and getting the goals for the national team. And that was a powerful header from El Kabi to have gotten to the thigh of Brahim Diaz to finish it off at the back of the net. That was a very good start for the Moroccans. In fact, from the blast of the whistle, they've been searching and knocking and trying to create and, piling pressure on the Cameroonians. And here comes the opener advantage, Morocco. It is worth it. They were searching for it and it was coming, and now they've gotten it. Let's see how the Cameroonians will also react to this.
I think this goal isn't surprising. We all know how the game was going since it started, and Moroccans have been the dominant side in the game. Brahim Diaz of Real Madrid, I don't remember the last time Real Madrid player played the AFCON since I started watching football, but I think we are the best in the world, and Brahim Diaz is also cementing that legacy that the Los Blancos has in global football. And yes, he has been absolutely brilliant for the Moroccan side. Without his services, I don't think they would have come this far in the tournament, although they have some brilliant players like El Kabi, Hakimi. Hakimi was nurturing an injury and he recovered. He's now joined the team. He's in fantastic form. We'll wait to see what he adds up to the team. But I think the Moroccans have been brilliant so far, and we expect that they will be able to get more.
Maybe we get another response from Cameroon, but Naïm Agret was there to clear the line. Brian Mbuemo got to the final touch. Morocco going again. Ekabi. There's Brahim Diaz in front of him. Morocco. Brahim Diaz. It is El Nawi rather. He's been forced and he's been dispossessed by Malone Jr. 3 shots on target. Morocco pressure. My goodness. They are not allowing their opponent to breathe on the ball. Whenever the Cameroonians get the ball, they pounce on them like angry lions. And that is Morocco for you. They want to do the host and win, just like in 1976 when Rabah Maya, I think that was the leader of their team. Brilliant, brilliant player. He led the Lions. If I say Lions, try all these teams, all of them are Lions. He led the Atlas Lions, the team in red, to victory in 1976. And since then, they've been waiting for half a century. Half a century. Morocco are still waiting for their AFCON trophy. And after the numerous investments that they've done, and just like I said, when it comes to VAR, the English referees, they need to calm down so that CAF will organize some refresher courses for them. Because when it comes to VAR application, you see this one,
Yeah.
the automated offside, it is working.
Yeah.
Simple.
When it comes to AFCON and officiating, oh, now they give the ball away cheaply, and oh, El Kabi, what was he thinking? Brian Mbeumo will pick up the pieces. Whenever Mbeumo gets the ball, he's always surrounded. His pass to Junior Malone couldn't get to the intended targets, and Morocco have a defensive throw-in.
Yeah, now I think, especially if the last 15 minutes to play, I would want to see a lot from the Cameroonians to, push more men up front and try to also open the game, try to play, because the defensive approach, it didn't work so well for them in the first 30 minutes, the first minute to, the 27th minute where they conceded the first goal. Now they would have to open up a little bit. They have what it takes to match up with these Moroccans. Only that, because of where they are from, in terms of the technical aspect of it, the Moroccans are highly intelligent and technically good or better than that of the Moroccans, the Cameroonians. I think that they have what it takes, because even in the midfield that they've powered up, having 3-man midfield and also being joined by the fullbacks, creating that overload. Yes, though, they are struggling to win ball, they are struggling to control the game from midfield, they are struggling to, curtail the pressure from the Cameroonians. So it is not even working with all the, the powered up midfield that they've done. It is still not working. So if they will be able to, try something new, something better to, match up with the Moroccans, the better it would be for them.
The Moroccans have realized that the most dangerous player in the Cameroonian team is Brian Mbeumo. So anytime he gets to the ball, they double up on him to make sure that he doesn't even get time to think. And so far, they've done it to perfection. Morocco and Cameroon, they've met 13 times, including competitive and friendly games. Cameroon have won 7, Morocco 2 victories, and 4 drawn games between the two teams. And that is the record. But when it comes to the African Cup of Nations, they've met 4 times. We cannot add this one because the match has not come to an end. But in 3 previous meetings, Morocco are yet to beat Cameroon. In fact, the Indomitable Lions are unbeaten against Cameroon. In 1986, they drew 1-1. In 1988, Morocco lost 1-0, and they lost in 1992 too. The Moroccans are angry. They wanted a penalty for that foul on Mazraoui. And that is it. I think that, it is, dive. I think that he needs to be punished.
Yeah, booked.
El Anawi needs to be punished. He needs to be booked. Because that was some Raheem Sterling diving.
Obviously.
Only Luis Suarez can do it to, convince referees.
Oh, yes.
He does it better.
Luis Suarez did it in that comeback. And you see, that is the reason why I'm saying that he needs to be booked, because he's complaining. This is clear diving. But there he is complaining. But the referee will resume action. Morocco using their right side of attack very well, because they have Brahim Diaz and Ashraf Hakimi moving up and down on the right side of attack. Cameroon have the men in midfield, but they are still struggling to control the game. with only 38% of possession. It has been a very dominant first half for Morocco. Very, very dominant. And Morocco, from winning positions, they've not lost a game after taking the lead in over a year. And that is the difficult thing for the indomitable Lions to do. In fact, for Morocco, the last time Morocco lost a game, I think it was no, this is not the senior team. Let me look for the senior team. It was a friendly game against Burkina Faso. And that's a very long time since then. They've played close to 20 games. And they've not lost any of them. And that tells you the machine that coach Walid has built Morocco. El Anawi inside the 18 but you forced the other one. That was a brilliant attempt. El Anawi dazzling the Cameroonian defense. It's been an easy ride for him against Nagida. Brilliant one. I thought he was going for the far end, but there should be a corner kick.
Yeah, that was, I mean, a good try from him, and a very good try. He found out the space and tried to go for a par.
Joe, so with 37 minutes played so far, let's look at the stats. Almost 40 minutes played. Let's look at the stats. Ball possession, Morocco, as you've seen, are leading with 61%, as against Cameroon with 39. Total shots, Morocco have 4, then Cameroon have 1. Shot on target, it's 1 for Morocco and none for Cameroon. Big chances created, yeah, it's 1 for Morocco as well. Corner kicks, Morocco have had 6, and then Cameroon have had none so far. Cameroon have had none so far in the game. And so, yes, obviously, clearly tells you that the Moroccans are still controlling all the affairs of the game. And then hopefully they are pushing and pressing to get the second goal as Senegal wanted earlier, but they didn't get. I'm sure that this one, they will be fortunate enough to get it earlier, and then so that they will be able to be calm in the game and then play up to their pace and all that.
And there is indomitable Lions also appealing for a penalty against Morocco. But the Coach Walid is arguing with his player on the bench. Brahim Diaz needed some medical attention. But for me, the atmosphere, I've seen fans of WAC and the others creating. And I think that is because this AFCON CAF banned fireworks. That is why because when it comes to fireworks, the North Africans are masters of the game.
Yeah, and clearly it would be expected had it not been that, but now they would have to, do with the vocals and looking at the turnouts. In fact, the spectatorship is so high, it's so high. The numbers are good, and this reminds me of the opening ceremony. From there, we've not seen such a huge number. Not even the other games that Morocco played in the round of 16 and other subsequent games after the opening ceremony. This is huge, and I think it's commendable. Only that some of the other matches we are not witnessing, the turnouts are not good, and you can also blame the organizers. No, the host nation? Maybe it is because of the countries who are partaking.
The thing is that I've learned that it is the black market people. So they've gone to buy the tickets in bulk.
Yeah.
So if you check the website, it is sold out.
Okay.
But you go and then the stadiums are empty because they are trying to sell it times 3 the original price, and people are not buying.
Oh, okay.
And so I don't know how they made it possible for one person to buy 4, 5.
Well, I think it's possible because some maybe I can
Family.
family, some even entities will go for it. So it is that possible, but I mean, they are all doing the business. But
I think
how can you?
There are similar instances in European competitions. Yeah, but I think the association or federations find ways and means to fight these things. I don't know what CAF. I don't know if CAF is aware, even but we are aware that something is happening. They need to combat it as early as possible, so that because you can't have empty spaces, empty seats in other matches that are played. If the match does not involve Morocco, you could barely see fans at the stadium. It doesn't really work well for the African football. So something needs to be done. That's CAF needs to be up and doing.
CAF needs to be up and doing. Morocco coming again. 42 minutes of action. Can we get another goal before the end of first half?
Well, I doubt, but it's also possible because of how the Moroccans are still, putting pressure and trying to create chances. They are not, setting back after registering the first goal. They are playing to the tempo. They are playing to the high level. They are still more hungrier to, get another goal that will, provide them with the security of, getting through to the next stage of the competition. They know the team they are playing against. They know the quality they also possesses. And being out by a goal, work is not done yet for the Moroccans. That is why they are still trying to, create and also utilize the opportunities to get a needed important goal to double their lead. Then, of course, the Cameroonians are also trying their bit. It is very difficult now for them to go toe-to-toe with the Moroccans. So they will also try their plans and style. Having gone down by a goal, they will try to map up a new strategy to, find some little spaces. The Brian Mbeumos and Kofanis, they would have to be more clinical and incisive in the final third because it is difficult as we are seeing, and from the previous games the Moroccans have played, it is very difficult to penetrate through their defense, and they have a very combative, a very solid defense. So you are not going to, create a lot of chances against them. So the little opportunity, the few ones, you make good use of and try to, hit them on the counter break also to make good use of all these opportunities. So maybe it's quite over so far as the first half is concerned for the Cameroonians, but maybe in the second department of the game, they will go for some 15-minute pep talk with their technical team, and they will draw a different plan into the second department of the game, where they will come out very stronger to, get a goal cancelled, and before they will finally look forward for the next goal that will yield them all the important point.
Naive Aged, they should qualify as a dangerous tackle. But it looks like the only thing that he will be getting is a yellow card. We'll do 5 additional minutes. Naive Aged, he cannot escape this one because this tackle is definitely a card offense. But it looks like the referee is not going to give me a yellow card.
No, nothing shows like that. You go scot-free.
there should have been a red card or maybe a yellow card.
Yellow card. Red
Yellow.
card will be more.
No, but if this one off the scene, use your hand, your elbow. It's a dangerous tackle. On his neck too.
Yeah.
So I think that the VAR and referee, they've been lenient to him.
Host nation.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
You expect some of these
host nation. So
these
clearly, some of the 50-50 decisions, decisions that are not 100% in favor of the opponent, it will be given to the host nation.
Let's see. Not a single attempt from the indomitable Lions. I mean, not a single one on target. They've not created any big chance. No corner kick. Having a lot of 40 passes. El Kabi. I thought Brahim Diaz is going to cause a lot of damage to the Cameroonian defense, but it looks like El Anawi is causing the damage. It's been difficult for Nagida to keep the tax on him.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant so far in the first 45 minutes. We've done close to 3 minutes of the 5 additional time. But nothing looks like Cameroon can get the equalizer in the first 45 minutes. Ashraf Hakimi in there. But Mazraoui cleared the ball out of danger. Cameroon sent it back into the Moroccan area. Possession back to the indomitable Lions. And El Anawi commits a foul. This is what the Ghanaian people call tactical foul.
Yeah.
You don't get a yellow card for it. On a normal day, you don't get yellow card for sack tackles. Carlos Baliba, we've not really seen his imprint in this game.
Yeah, he's one of the guys, I mean, the Cameroonians, I mean, they can depend on in the midfield to, I mean, orchestrate something. But we've not seen him that much because of his team too. They are not also having more of the ball, and that is why we are not also seeing a certain Carlos Baleba. He's one of the fine, young, talented players around in the Cameroonian national team, providing Shiva as the defensive midfielder for the team. His talent and his potential has never been in doubt, but he will need other players around him to also function. So when it happens like that, where the opposition is seeing all of the ball, trying to create problems, they are dictating of the pace, it will be very difficult for us to see a lot from a certain individual. So I think he's having an okay game. He's also doing his bit, but collectively, the team is not all that doing well in the midfield. That would also, I mean, elevate him to the light. So clearly, I don't think he's been that bad in the first half. He's not been that bad. Collectively, the team, they are yet to live up to expectation so far as the first half is concerned.
Collectively, they are yet to live up to expectations. But that's how we end the first 45 minutes inside the Rabat Sports Stadium. Brahim Diaz only goal is separating the two teams. But would this be enough to guarantee Morocco a spot in the semi-finals like Senegal earlier on, or the indomitable Lions of Cameroon can do something in the second half to push this game to the wire? We'll be back with more right here on GhanaWeb TV. from the break. First 45 minutes, Morocco are a step away from the semi-finals of the 2025 African Cup of Nations on home soil. After 50 years of winning the trophy in 1976, the Atlas Lions are still pushing for their second trophy. Lawrence, are they on track? Is it a game that they can, you know, conclude without any pressure from the indomitable Lions?
Yeah, I think they give themselves something in the first 45 minutes that they will take a delight in, and also coming up into the second department of the game. They did a lot of things right in the first half against the Cameroonians, only that they were not all that incisive in the final third, because looking at the number of chances they had or created, and also the set pieces that came in their way in the first 45 minutes, I think they didn't do all that well in the final third, because they should have been up by at least 2 goals to, secure their qualification coming up into the second department of the game. So they will come back into the second half with the same mentality that the game is still stalemate, no goal to either side yet. Let's go for the kill. Let's try to, register another goal. That would probably put us in a very poor position if we are to make it into the next round of the competition. So they had a very good first half, a very fantastic first half. Individual players playing so well, applying the basics in the game, and also they had the total control over the Cameroonians. So they will also have it at the back of their mind that the Cameroonians will come in very stronger in the second half. Should that happen, so then there should be another way of also trying to match up with them. So I think it's all been good advantage Moroccans. They did a lot of things right, and they will come up with that same mentality into the second department of the game, unless something changes from the point of the Cameroonians, or they had the they register the equalizer as soon as possible, then they will switch to other plans. Because I know throughout the week, the training sessions and the style they will map up against the Cameroonians, they won't come with one style. I think they have it at the back of their mind. Sometimes when the situation goes this way, we have to use this way. So they will come in very stronger in the second half. And so far, it's all looking good. If we are to if we are to use the first department of the game and what they executed in the first half, then they have 1 foot already in the semi-finals, trying to protect that and make sure the next foot will also hit the semi-finals ground. So they are okay so far as the first department of the game was concerned. So we are looking forward to see what they bring on board in the second half.
Ben, first half.
I'm not intrigued with the approach the Nigerians the Cameroonians are using in the game. It appears they are giving too much respect to the Moroccans. I remember Mali against Morocco. I never expected or gave Mali a chance to draw against them, but they opened up the game and they went toe-to-toe with them. And at the end of the game, it was a draw. You started the game sitting back. They kept soaking the pressure on you. Then eventually they scored. Even after 30 minutes, we are expecting them to open up, try to attack, and they are unable to do so. So I don't know, unless the coach decides to open up the game, push more men forward to attack. This is not an extraordinary Moroccan side. We saw them from the group stage. The only addition is Hakimi's addition, which I've not seen into Australia, although we don't doubt his quality. But going into this game, I expect the Cameroonians. What are you have the players. Mbemu, he's not hard, as you kept saying, whenever he gets the ball, they know he's the best. And so he's always getting overcrowded by the players. And that doesn't allow him to take on the players, because you have 2-3 players surrounding you. If you take on the other one, there's no way he can flourish in that system. And it seemed to put him in a tight corner in terms of flourishing. He's the main man that we expect to conjure some magic for them. But here is the case that the approach is more of defensive. So when they are going for it, it doesn't give them the space. Kofani is another player that he has been very exciting, but he's also not able to show those qualities that he's exhibited in the previous matches that they've played. I am not really impressed with the Cameroonians. I believe they can do better. They have the quality to go toe-to-toe with the Moroccans. I don't know if the spectatorship or something is scaring them, but no. They should open up, very confident, approach them. I mean, attack them. You don't sit back. Very, very disappointing.
But is it? How do I say it? How do I say this? Because in football, everybody has a game plan.
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to go toe-to-toe with anybody for you to be able to win or create chances or cause them problems.
Yeah.
We've seen teams do it, and it happens that sometimes teams will decide not to go toe-to-toe, but they will create most chances in the game.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Cameroon's inability to hurt the Moroccans is because they are sitting back. I think it's because when they have the ball, it's like they are not able to find their wide players. They are not able to find Mbeumo, who is alone. Yeah. It's like anytime the ball gets to Mbeumo, you have about 2 Moroccans around him, and then one other player will come in. And also there is this one that so far I have not really seen his impact in Namaso, and the wing backs too are not. They've not been brilliant defensively, and they've not been exceptional when attacking too. So for me, I think that is the reason why they are suffering, not because they are allowing Morocco to dominate. So you can count the number of times that Eze and then El Anawi and Brahim Diaz will get the ball, and they are comfortable to even turn before they will see any other opponent.
Yes, I think it's both sides. You have a point, all right. But we know Mbeumo has been marked. He's been given 2 or 3 players whenever he gets the ball. So what's happening? If he gets the ball and there are other players around that you could pass to, one touch pass, then you move on. But here lies the case where when he gets the ball, he's always overcrowded, and he doesn't get players more options around to pass to, which makes it very difficult. And so he's compelled to dribble or take on the players, and in his quest to do that, he ends up losing the ball. That's where I'm coming with the point that if you have more men around or up front, it will help him to also release that sort of pressure. Because always when he gets the ball, he's trying to take on, and that doesn't end well with him.
All right, second half, just seconds away from starting. What do you want the Indomitable Lions to do?
Well, I think the first 10 minutes, they should stick to their plan. But if still things are not panning out well, it will be better not to, have more men in that midfield, because the midfield, they have a lot of guys around in the middle, but they've not been able to, win any ball in the middle. They've not been able to intercept well. They are not blocking well. They are losing all the balls, and it will be better for him to, unleash another attacker.
All right, so we're back for the second half now. Cameroon starting on a high note. They get themselves a free kick.
See the play they have up front.
Can they work this one? I can see Kato Jr., Christian Kofani. Brian Mbeumo will not take this one. He will leave it to Namaso. Namaso whipping the ball from the left to the far end. Brian Mbeumo is there. And there is Baliba who attempted it, but Morocco cleared the ball out of danger now. They are raising in numbers. Now Anawi with possession. He will find Raheem Diaz. Brilliant interception from Nagida. Brilliant, brilliant. Now they've added some pace to the game. Maybe we're going to have the second half like Mali and Senegal.
Yeah, I mean, the Cameroonians, as we've all said, we will need to see them up their game in the second half. In fact, the tempo of the game, we will have to see the hungriness in these individual players trying to also do something, especially in the final third. They would have to be more decisive because they used to lose the ball with ease to the Moroccans, and that is not going to help them if they are to continue that way, because you will have to, have the ball, try to find spaces, create something out of it before finally you get into the opposition box to, unleash a player to also finishes it off. So if you are not unable to hold play, it will be very difficult for you to create.
Carlos Baliba wins a foul. I think now he's decided to drive the ball forward. Now the free kick has been effected quickly. Cameroonians exchanging some short passes in their goal area, trying to draw the Moroccans out. Baliba, his pass has been blocked by Eze, back to captain. No. Cameroon, Nagida down the left-hand side. He's been heckled. But the referee has awarded a foul. No, he ignored a call for the foul. Now the defensive throw has also been effected by Achraf Hakimi. Cameroon's coach is furious. He believes that the tackle from Achraf Hakimi on his man, it was a clear foul.
That should have been a foul, though. That should have been a foul.
Achraf Hakimi's tackle on Ata Avom was not awarded in favor of Cameroon. And that is why Coach David Pagou was furious with the center referee from Mauritania. Solid defensive play so far in the tournament by Morocco. Conceded only once, and that was against Mali. It was from a winning position, and they dropped that point, and that is why they couldn't get to the 9 like their Nigerian counterparts. Carlos Baliba, Ezra has been booked. It's El Canoes. El Canoes has been booked for raising his. Oh. That was bad. He didn't get to the ball. He got the man. So right call from referee. He's been brilliant in the middle of the park for Morocco. But now he needs to be very careful with his tackles going forward. So far, El Canoes for Morocco, Ata Avom, and Captain No. They've all been booked by the center referee for different degrees of fouls. And that is what they need to do. For Morocco, this will be their first time beating Cameroon in the AFCON if they are able to see this to the end. But their first meeting ended in a 1-1 draw, 1986. Apparently in that game, Morocco took the lead too. So many records backing Cameroon to turn this forward now. Brian Mbuemo attempted to find Agida, but like Massina and Mazrari, oh, these guys are men. Yeah. In terms of height, The Moroccans are very tall and gallant, and they can be physical too.
Yeah.
So you cannot beat them with physicality. Yassine Bono is yet to make a save in the game. He's not really been tested in the tournament.
Yeah, and that is how the final third of the Cameroonians, they've not created dangerous chances against the Moroccans. So he is on holiday, still celebrating the Christmas in between the two sticks, because he's not been tested. But in this second half, I foresee the Cameroonians putting up a proper show against the Moroccans.
Proper show. But for me, he's the best goalkeeper on the African continent. Now Cameroon trying to look for a long one. Oh my goodness, Morocco. The way Morocco defends, it will be difficult for opposing teams. Now they give the ball away. Can Cameroon take advantage of this? They are hoping for a foul by the referee. Whistle for an infringement against Derek Kofani for a tackle on El Kanous. Cameroon once again failed to take advantage of a mistake from the Moroccan defense.
Yes, the good thing for Cameroon is that, as I was saying in the first half, they've opened up, pushed more men forward, so they have options. So Mbemo doesn't need to hold on to the ball long for his markers to come and then cover. Now they are, trying to also create some threats in the final third of the Cameroon box. And so yes, it's unfortunate that they couldn't take advantage of that chance. But then, yeah, it's good signs, early signs, very, very good for them so far. If they continue like this, I think, as Lauren said, the game could travel to extra time. But I hope it does not.
I hope it does not. But it looks like the Cameroonian players are not happy, because they believe all the 50-50
definitely
encounters are going against them. Yeah. Oh boy. Free kick awarded against Carlos Baliba Massina, who go for a long one now. That is what the Moroccans are trying to do because of El Kabi. That was a dangerous pass from Junior Malone. The Indomitable Lions exchanging passes in their own goal area. Junior Malone needs to be very careful. It is no rather. He was pressed by El Kabi. But the referee has awarded a free kick in favor of Cameroon. Carlos Baliba needs to be very careful. Baliba needs to be very careful, else he will go into the box of the referee. Already, his midfield partner, June Avom rather, has been booked. So it will not augur well for his team if he also goes into the books of the referee.
Yeah, these are two midfielders who are, doing a lot of defensive duties against the attacking threat of the Moroccans. And looking at how they are attacking, it wouldn't be good for the Cameroonians if they are to see there are two midfielders all going into the books of the referee. So I think that these are some of the things the players themselves need to have at the back of their minds, how to, sometimes approach the referee, talk to the referee. Whenever a decision is not in your favor, you know what to say and stuff like that, just to stay disciplined and not to, go into the books of the referee to worsen situations for your country where they are down by a goal and trying to, come back and get the equalizer. And this, this moment, they need every single player on board to, fight well. So the players themselves knows this, and they need to, apply the little, basic lessons in the game.
You need to apply basic lessons in the game. Cameroon now enjoying some possession in the second department of the game. Again, Morocco always, when they lose the ball, they go in very hard, not giving them time. They are playing a Premier League star, pressing very well. And there is Brahim Diaz, picks up a loose ball, try to find El Kabi. He will find him in the 18-yard box. But the ball is out of danger. There was some slight push on El Kabi by Koto. The referee is not having any of it.
Strong enough for a penalty.
The referee says, young man, get up. We're not giving anybody foul here. Cameroon makes a first change. Cameroon, no, this is their second change because Dina Ebimbe has replaced Chamodu. And now, another change. Dina Eric has been taken out. And he will be replaced by Kevin Georges Nkudu. Kevin Georges Nkudu. He has been introduced in a game as the 5-time champions fight for a way back in this game. But what can we do? We've done 57 minutes of action. The referee, I believe, needs to stamp his authority now. There is Mazrari being chased by Brian Mbeumo. Two Manchester United prodigies. Mbeumo, solid defensive work to prevent Mazrari from advancing forward. Now, Indomitable Lions, Epasi, and Nkugu get his first touch in the game. 31 years of age, plays in Asia. Getting possession, that is Cameroon. But they are not getting the balls into dangerous areas.
Yeah, and that is also the defensive brilliance from, the Moroccans. In terms of positioning, they know how to do it better. And also, in terms of reading the game and how they, goes in for the attackers. They've done that brilliantly. So no wonder they are one of the best defensive side in the competition so far. Very difficult side to break them down. And as we speak, they are yet to even concede a goal in the tournament from open play.
Yeah.
The only goal they have conceded, that was a penalty they conceded against Mali. So they are very, very difficult side to break them down. It is difficult to penetrate through their defense. It is difficult to create, decent chances in their half. And it is difficult to, put the ball at the back of their net. So this is an excellent defensive side the Cameroonians are playing against. And they are not also having total control of the game to, cause a lot of problems against them. They are unable to create decent chances for themselves to even try a shot or something at goal. So it's becoming more of a difficult job for the Cameroonians to do. And maybe they've made some 2-3 changes. Let's see how these changes are also going to affect the game positively for them, especially in their final third.
Let's see how it goes. Morocco coming again, but Nagida dispossesses Brahim Diaz. I think the Moroccans, or the Indomitable Lions rather, they need to concentrate and stop complaining, because it looks like they're not going to get all the 50-50 balls. And now El Anawi beat his marker very well. Morocco coming again. El Kabi wants the ball inside the area. They whip it in. Cameroon clear their lines back to Moroccan hands. My goodness. Morocco. Brahim Diaz will pick this one, Agida. He will cut into his left. El Kanouche. Morocco. Deep. Ashraf Hakimi whipping the ball. And that was a brilliant clearance. Goal line clearance from the Cameroonian defender. They did cross the line. Did it cross the line? It didn't. It didn't.
You have the vibrator to determine when the ball crosses the line. Do they have it?
It didn't. Yes, they do.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Good line.
Yeah.
It didn't cross the line. No, no, no. Let's take a look
Be
again.
careful. Yes.
No, it didn't.
No.
The
The-
full
because the
circumference
Yes,
ball.
the full circumference
No.
needs to cross. If it was previously that over 50% had to cross, this would have been a goal.
Yeah, sure.
You should have been
Goodness me.
angle and then the ball.
Sarabia
Hakim.
or Sabari rather.
The pass to
cross.
Hakimi. Wow.
Sabari rather nearly and that Hakimi's pass, I believe, was wrong.
Yeah,
But the goalkeeper didn't get the ball. The goalkeeper got to the man. So I think this is something that VAR needs to check.
It's the same time the player to.
No. The goalkeeper didn't get the ball. This is something VAR needs to.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm shocked. No, I'm shocked because penalties have been taken against goalkeepers for less.
Yeah.
Penalties have been taken against goalkeepers for less.
I think
a passy didn't get the ball. He just went into Sabari. Now, this should be another bookable offense.
That's the third time he's complaining.
And
No,
that
he's
is
complaining. Second, third time.
Referee.
Yeah.
Referee. Right behind. Oh,
I'm sure
elimination by
the
rough tactics.
the player is already on a yellow card. I'm sure.
okay.
Nuno was
If that be the case,
prompting
right?
him that
Yes.
this is the
If
second
that
or
be
third
the
time he's
case,
done
right?
that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cameroon, they get himself a free kick. In good. It's been a difficult night for Christian Kofani. They're whipping the ball straight. Oh my goodness, the Moroccans. And look at the way they run. Morocco, I think they need to test all their players for doping. Because the energy of Morocco, it is something different. Cameroon is sharing passes in their own area. Carlos Baliba is urging them to move the ball very quick. Move it. And the Moroccan defensive shape is super. Oh, Brian Mbuemo dispossessed against Sabari coming forward, Morocco. And when they get, El Kabi, leave the ball. Oh my goodness, he should have moved away for Brahim Diaz. He should have moved away. Oh, clear offside. Clear offside. And now, I think that the second half has given us some entertainment.
Yeah.
Sofiane Amrabat is preparing to take on El Anawi. He is currently down, but 20 minutes, still Morocco leading.
Yeah, and things are, going to be extremely difficult for the Cameroonians, even though they are up in the game trying to also do something positive. By looking at the players who are already up on their feet to also come and affect the game for the Moroccans is going to be really difficult. This is a game they are controlling the game in midfield, winning a lot of balls in the midfield. And there you see a certain Sofiani Amrabat also coming up to, join the midfield again. Then in the final third, you have a certain Yusuf El-Nazari, who is also will soon also hit on the field to also have a feel of the game. So from this department in the midfield and also in the attack, they are strengthening with what? Quality.
Yeah.
And it will be extremely difficult for the Cameroonians. They have what it takes to also get something positive out of this game. They have it though. But looking at the strength and the kind of football the Moroccans are depicting, it will be extremely difficult for the Cameroonians to come back, unless maybe in the next 25 minutes to end the entire proceedings, they are going to unleash something we've not seen from them, and they have something behind under their sleeves that they are going to unleash in the course of the game to scare us, to cause some magic against the Moroccans. There we can all attest to that, but currently it will be very, very difficult, especially when they push it forward. There are a lot of spaces behind them, and you will see how the Moroccans, whenever they get the ball, they win the ball back. The aggression and the pace, and in fact, is going to be difficult, but it's going to also give us a very entertaining game. We are going to witness end-to-end stuff that will, give us, yes, this is Cameroon and Morocco who are playing. We should have that end-to-end stuff, but it seems that there's so much respect being given to the Moroccans, although it is a style of a pattern of play or some ideology they brought into this particular game. But I think they should, go in a little bit harder to get the equalizer. We should see this, the fighting spirit, the indomitable lions. We should see that spirit from them against, the Moroccans. They are playing against their little brothers. This is not Nigeria. This is not Ghana. This is not Egypt. This is Cameroonians level when playing against Ghana, when playing against Nigeria, Egypt and the likes, not Morocco. Even though currently, because of form and quality of even materials they have, yes, everything, yes, but this is the AFCON we are talking about.
This is the AFCON we're talking about. 2 changes for Morocco. El Naziri comes in for El Kabi, while El Kanous has also been replaced by the veteran Sofiane Amrabat. Now, Carlos Baliba, good pass. It has been intercepted back to the Cameroonians. Ngudu inside the 18-yard box. Manaïv Agret was there to step in, but it will be a corner kick for Cameroon. Naive Agret. These Moroccans, they know how to be dirty. Morocco really playing to the African tune. Another corner kick effected and go straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Yassine Bono. 70 minutes. But that was some poor kick. They need to start taking advantage of the set pieces that comes their way. They need to be very careful. Baliba trying to find Kofani. But the ball has been cleared. Is there a way back for Cameroon in this game?
There's definitely a way. They are showing glimpses of maybe being able to produce, create some chances and then get the equalizer. But it's been tough. As you've said, the Moroccans have a very strong defense, staying compact with one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I remember when he was playing for Sevilla, he was rated among the best, and he still remains the best. And so it's a tall ladder for Cameroon to climb. But I don't think it is impossible. With the way they are playing at the moment, I still believe they could still come back into the game.
I still believe they could still come back. Lawrence, do you share the same fate?
Yeah, it's a game of football, and so far as they are also having some 1 or 2 chances, it is only that sometimes creating the opportunity for themselves even becomes a major problem. Now there is another corner kick on the advantage. How they will execute this and also, I mean, make something positive out of this depends on the players on the field. Not even the technical head, the coach can even decide this. So it is up to the players. Those who are on the bench, some have been introduced, and they would have to execute this. They would have to create the chances. They would have to execute the chances. They would have to make good use of the little opportunity they are getting. It is very difficult as always, and it will for them to create an open chance against this Moroccan side. We have seen them. So you can always make something positive for your own self by making good use of your set pieces, especially the corner kicks. It wouldn't be easy and for these Cameroonians to create an open play opportunity against, the defensive line of Morocco. Look at how, when they are without the ball, they set up their defense in terms of positioning.
Now Morocco is going again. Brahim Diaz wins the foul. Brahim Diaz wins the foul for Morocco in a very dangerous zone. They will need a good whip on the ball. And we'll see Brahim Diaz will take charge of the free kick himself. Brahim Diaz will take charge of the free kick himself. Messina is making his way into the goal area. Brahim Diaz has left the ball to Ezalouli. Ezalouli will take charge with an in-swinger. This one is an out-swinger rather. He whipped the ball in straight. And it's back to Sabali. Sabali whip it in. And Morocco get the second goal. Nobody was there to close up on Sabari. And Sabari unleashed a shot with his left foot. Nothing goalkeeper and passing could do about. And look at the celebration from the stadium in Rabat. Morocco gets the insurance in this game to book their place in the semi-finals. They are joining Senegal in the semi-finals. And what a brilliant strike from a Parsi. Cameroon's inability to clear their lines has cost them deeply. Sabari was denied by the goal line clearance. But now, Sabari gets his goal and gets Morocco's second goal in Rabat against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon.
Yeah, that was a powerful strike from Sabari, a midfielder, and this is clearly how midfielders...
Nobody was there to close him out.
No, not at all. Not at all. And look, he was left unmarked. He had all the time to, take a spot and go for power. No problem at all. Super, fantastic goal. A very good goal. And now they've gotten their second goal. That would, probably send them into the next stage of the competition. And it will be a very difficult one, as we were saying, for the Cameroonians to come back. Now they would have to fight for a consolation, just to console their fans and also put some smile on the faces of their supporters whenever maybe they get the consolation. But even that is going to be very difficult for them, because these Moroccans are not going to let themselves down to change anything, or they are not going to be oh, they've gotten the second goal so they can sleep or not. They will still fight and fight and fight and try to even get another goal again against the Cameroonians. So it's kind of a hectic moment for, I mean, the Cameroonians to get back on track, to get all these 2 goals cancelled. No, it's a game of football, but no, I wouldn't. No, it will be very difficult one for them. It will be very, very difficult one for them. Changes are being effected, and how these changes will also, I mean, affect the game on a positive note for the Cameroonians. It is only time will be the best judge.
I was hoping that Cameroon would score the equalizer before, even if there would be a second goal that would come. But it's unfortunate that the Cameroonians are down by 2-0. At this moment, I think it's extremely difficult, very, very dicey for the Cameroonians to come back into the game. The way they are playing, and that is how we expected them to start the game. Unfortunately, they respected them so much that they were even afraid to come forward and attack. It's very, very unfortunate. I think if they are eliminated, the coach has himself to be blamed, because their approach he started with the game wasn't good at all. It didn't really help them, and that is the cause of their woes at the moment. We just hope if they get the consolation goal, that's fine. But we are not ruling out a draw too. But as it stands and the performance that the Moroccans are putting up at the moment, very resilient in defense and then attacking, they are very sharp. I think it's almost game over for Cameroon.
Now, in the history, I've been scanning through the history books, but there is not a single record of Morocco taking a 2-0 lead and blowing it away in any competitive game they've played. So based on history, it is game over for Cameroon, because they are playing against a team that is yet to lose a game in over a year. And in their history, they've never taken a 2-goal lead and failed to win that particular game. And so it looks like we are not going to see any comeback at the Rabat Stadium. And so my production crew members, they stay very far from Accra.
Oh, they are within Accra.
So if you go extra time right now,
it's not happening.
Matter don't come. So I could hear the way they were celebrating my ears. As if you might think that they are Moroccans, or they are dating Moroccan ladies. But it's because where they stay is very far from Accra. If you pick boat right now, it'll be like, man, 2,000 Ghana cedis. Very far.
Commentator.
Very far.
Verify your facts.
Oh, they stay very far. If you pick boats to where Richard and Francis are staying, minimum 2,000 Ghana. So they are very happy that will not be going for extra time. And tomorrow, God willing, we'll be here again. So, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and La Côte d'Ivoire, 2 of our West African brothers are making us proud, because they are their counterparts. It will be interesting if tomorrow, if we are going to get all North African victories or West African victories. Algeria against Nigeria, a repeat of the 2019 final when Mahrez delivered the decisive blow that shattered the hearts of Nigerians, and they went ahead to win against Senegal. Egypt against Ivory Coast. It is royalty. 10 trophies will be displayed tomorrow night as the owners of the AFCON, the Pharaohs of Egypt against the Elephants of La Côte d'Ivoire. But for now, let's see if Brian Mbeumo can conjure some magic. Any goal now from Cameroon might start something that will be historic. Brian Mbeumo whipping the ball down to the left-hand side, back to Nkudu. Nkudu finds his teammate, and the Moroccans double up on him. Deflection from Ashraf Hakimi. The energy levels of the Moroccan players is second to none. They've been brilliant, they've been running, and they are ready to wear the crown. In the last 5 years, Morocco has done everything. Oh, goodness me, Cameroon. Junior Onana. Oh, Onana couldn't find anybody to connect to his header inside the box, so it will be a welcome goal kick. What a waste opportunity for the Indomitable Lions.
He wanted to, get it low to, to his fellow, but that was a powerful one that couldn't find any other player again in the box. And going forward, I think they have some 8 more minutes to play, and they would have to, introduce a lot of other attacking players to, get them a consolation. That would, probably be fair to the Cameroonians. 2-0 is not that good for the Cameroonians again, because this is a national team you are playing against. You've not lost against before, and for the first time you are losing against, you go down by 2-0. Getting a consolation will be something of good they can at least take a delight in.
Morocco on their way to get their first victory in the history of the African Cup of Nations against the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon. And it looks like Cameroon's journey ends tonight. Their quest to close the gap on Egypt ends tonight. And it is still a 2-trophy margin between the two countries. But depending on what happens tomorrow, Egypt, and don't forget that Ivory Coast, La Côte d'Ivoire, are also hoping to do back-to-back. The only country to do that in the last, or the second to do that in the last 20 years. The Indomitable Lions, Cameroon themselves, they did it in 2000, 2002. Egypt took it to a whole different level. But doing it to repeat, 2006, 2008, and 2010. And in 2012, Zambia took over. Nigeria got their third. Ivory Coast got their third in 2015. And I say in 2015,
Ghana.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, because guys.
See, 2015 AFCON, let's finish. I'll tell you some story. 2015 AFCON. The goalkeeper was Razak Brahima. And then he came to insult us in 2017. The ball penalty and what to it's still 2-0 in favor of Morocco. Yeah, I was in secondary school. I was in Form 2. Yeah, I was in Form 2. And I said, Lawrence, at the time, 2015, I finished secondary school. June this year will be 10 years since I finished secondary school.
Oh, okay. I finished 2014.
As what?
2014.
So you see, there was an Ivorian girl in our school. And so that afternoon, she was late for dining. And then we were preparing to go and watch it again. And then she made a bet with me that, look, you give me my food. And I was like, whoa, I guess, tonight is Ghana and Ivory Coast. So if Ghana wins, I'm giving you.
You wins it.
If Ghana wins, you also win. Look, I've never supported Black Stars aggressively like I did in 2015.
Yeah.
Because, and I was like, so if we don't win, he said, if you don't win, I've already taken your food.
Yeah.
So if Ghana wins, you can also come and take your food. So before the final, me and my friends, Charlie, my friends all
boys in there, yeah.
My friends were all behind me. We were going to win and win.
Yeah. Win-win situation.
Win-win situation.
Yeah.
90 minutes, no goal. And then during the penalty shootout, Black Stars took a 2-goal lead.
2-goal lead.
And I just turned. I saw the guy, I was like, tonight, me and you.
2-goal lead. 2-goal lead. There was a certain day who should have
only for the Black Stars to go and do that. So at the end of the day, I lost my food. Black Stars in 2015, they made me lose my food.
Local food.
Food. Food, yeah. Food. It's not what you are thinking, bro. It is food. The one that goes here, food, yes.
Charlie. It will be.
It will be. So when Black Stars failed to win the AFCON in 2015, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon took it home in 2017, and we all know the chaos that was in their team before the tournament. Mbeumo is at the ATM, but he goes to his left, and the Cameroonians are appealing for a foul. Morocco starting the counter-attack again. Goalkeeper Passy steps out of his line to clear the ball out of danger. Morocco, what a spirited performance. Mazraoui is down. Cameroon are calling on the referee for a foul in the 18-yard box. Yeah, that is what we want to see. Oh, no, this is a foul. But the referee ignored the call. No VAR for potential penalty. But Lawrence, I think that was a foul. Because when he was fouled and then he got down, the ball came to the Moroccan defender behind him.
Yeah. There was a pool. That one there. There was a pool. A heavy pool. But sometimes you give the officials the benefit of the doubt. Yes, it's part of the game. So not all decisions will be taken. And
I rarely see VAR reviewing incidents. I don't know if something happens and
no, they do it straight.
Yeah.
Like, you get it?
You see?
No, you see, CAF, all the penalties that they've taken, you see that once the referee, like, when they get something concrete, yes, they don't want, because last one, the VAR was used to perfection, but the concerns were that they delayed a bit.
Yeah.
So I think this time around they've improved it. But for me, I think that VAR should have been called to check this. This
These
particular
are
offense.
similar incidents where when we started from group stage, some incidents similar to what happens here, VAR comes in to check and then maybe calls even the referee to have a look. But I think
because this particular one, it should have been checked. This particular one,
we've barely seen
it should have been checked. But 5 additional minutes, just like the first half. Mazraoui trying to link up with El Naziri. The Cameroonian coach, he doesn't look happy at all.
At all. And in fact, from the first minute to this material time, he and his other staff, they've not been, okay at all with the kind of decisions from the especially
the 50-50
yes, especially the center referee.
Went against them.
Yes, and they are not happy at all with the officiating. They are not happy at all. They've been complaining bitterly in the dugouts to the fourth officials and other, positions they could, chance the.
Whenever Brian Mbuemo get the ball, the Moroccans, they treat him like Leo Messi. They gang up on him to make sure that he will not cause them any troubles. And even leading 2-0, their energy hasn't dropped a single bit in this game. El Naziri, good hold-up play. Wanted to find Ashraf Hakimi. The ball has been intercepted. The Cameroonians, Ngudu, Mbuemo calls for the ball. Cameroon going, can they get a consolation? Oh, that was a very poor pass. Very poor pass from Ete Young. Can they get a live wire in this game? A lot of set pieces. Morocco has scored from 2 crosses. Brian Mbuemo will handle this set piece. There is some tussle in the 18-yard box. The Moroccans will frustrate you. Frustration tactics. Whip the ball in straight. And there is the ball cleared out of danger. Mazraoui has been punished for his tackle on. No, this should be a yellow card offense. Huge left off for Mazraoui. Huge left off for Mazraoui. Mbuemo will handle the free kick again. Ulas Enterprise. Whipping the ball straight, and Naive Agred was there to clear. Morocco get to the second ball, back to Brian Mbuemo. Inside the final 2 minutes of additional time, Mbuemo, you are not going anywhere. Sofiane Amrabat gives the ball away. Mazraoui is there to stop his Manchester United teammate. Morocco approaching their first semi-final since 2004. First semi-final in 22 years. Mbuemo whipping the ball, and that was a poor one. Goes straight into the waiting arms of goalkeeper Yassine Bounou. And there is it. The final whistle goes. And Morocco are in the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations for the first time since 2004. The host and win is on. Brahim Diaz and Sabari got the 2 goals for the Atlas Lions of Morocco, who are 2 games away for breaking their 50-year wait for an AFCON trophy. We'll be back right here on GhanaWeb TV. right, so welcome back from the break. At the end of 90 minutes, the Atlas Lions of Morocco get their first ever victory over the indomitable Lions of Cameroon as far as the AFCON is concerned. And they've also qualified to the semi-finals of the AFCON for the first time in 22 years. And that tournament was hosted in North Africa, but it was hosted by Tunisia, who went on to win the competition. So is it going to be a host and win for Morocco? Because in 2004, Tunisia hosted it, they won it. Egypt hosted it in 2006, they won it. But in 2019, when Egypt even hosted it, it was a North African country, Algeria, who won the tournament. So is it going to stay in North Africa or not? 90 minutes, Brahim Diaz and Sabari got the 2 goals for Morocco. They are now in a semi-final for the first time in 22 years. Lawrence.
Well, a huge milestone being achieved there for the Atlas Lions of Morocco. And looking at the performance they showcased against a very difficult side, Cameroon, I think they are all ready for whoever comes their way in the semi-finals of the competition, and they are also in for the ultimate. And because from 2004, where they lost the grand finale, to this particular time, I think they've done a lot of work. They've done a lot. They've invested a lot to have gotten here today. So if they will be able to, reach the grand finale and finally lift the ultimate, I wouldn't be surprised at all, having the supporters behind them. And also, it is not that they are doing this by any fluke or whatsoever. They have what it takes. They have, in terms of quality, amongst all the teams partaking and the teams who have gotten up to this stage, they can match them player by player. So they have the quality.
Wait. I think the referee has not been fair to Cameroon at all. Because this tackle from, was it Naive Agüed on Mbuemo? Yeah. That's a penalty any day, any time.
There were a lot of,
and I was shocked that this particular incident, it was not even subjected to VAR review, and it happened in the full glare of the referee. So what's about officiating too as far as this game is concerned?
Well, I would say, and I even said it before the end of the game, that because of the host nation clout, and it led the referee being a little bit biased towards the Cameroonians, because there were a lot of 50-50 situations. If the situation is not all that clear 100%, then the opposition has no advantage. It goes straight in favor of the home team as the host nation. So because looking at how even some of the Moroccan players behaved towards the referee, I think just 2 minutes to end the entire game, we saw a certain foul from Mazraoui. Yeah. He should have gone into the books of the referee. And even how he reacted after causing that foul. He rushed the line one. He rushed him. And he was not cautioned. So I think in terms of officiating this particular game, it is not that the head coach and the other technical staff of Cameroon were not all that happy with the situation and how officiating went. But I think clearly the referee was not all that, it wasn't all that fair. The game is fair play, and the referee was not all that fair in terms of his decision making. But
what about Sabari's goal? Because it looks like he was unmarked.
Yeah.
He was like in his own zone.
Yeah.
No, because I think it was Naive Agüed who got the first touch.
The first touch, yes.
And then it went straight to him. There was no green and red player to even challenge him for the ball.
Yeah, he was left at bay, and there wasn't any player to even, curtail or prevent or mark him out of that position. And this all comes to, I mean, a defensive perfection, because they are not defending well and also not reading the game so well. Because you will not see this from how good these Moroccans defense have been, the individual players. And I was talking about the positioning of the Moroccan players whenever they are not having the ball and they are trying to defend. The positioning and they are reading, how they read the game, how they go in for tackles, how they mark the opposition players. It is something they've been doing it with ease, and they've been doing it to perfection. And this is where the Cameroonians also lost it by way of conceding the second goal, where they were in the quest of getting the equalizer to, I mean, extend the game to extra time or something like that. Then the second goal also came in, and I mean, it squashed off everything. So the decisions of the referee, yes, we said it even before the end of the game, some were not that fair towards the Cameroonians, and also the Cameroonians themselves, how they defended in certain areas and how they were unable to even take some good decisions for themselves in the final third, also caused them. But it's all been a very good game for, I mean, the Moroccans. They were more determined. They came in with being more purposeful, confidence level, the spirit of winning the game, the fighting spirit was there, the resilience, and in fact, they had everything on point. From the blast of the whistle to the end of the game, they were all over the place. They were the better side, and they were more purposeful and determined for this particular victory, and that is all went well for them. And now they've been able to, I mean, secure their first major victory against Cameroon and making it into the semi-finals for some decades now. So I think it's been a very good game for them, a very good run they are having in the competition and trying to make history, trying to win their second AFCON in their history. And I think time will be the best judge for them, and how far they will get to into the grand finale before finally wins it. It depends on who they meet in the semi-finals and how they will be able to.
Who would you want them to meet?
I think any team,
Because I think
team.
they are they on Nigeria's line?
Morocco. Yeah, Morocco.
Yeah.
AB. No, I've forgotten the charts. I've forgotten the charts. Yes. I've forgotten the charts. But I think currently with team again, they can match up with any team. And this we shouldn't forget that this is a team having close to about 6-7 players who have played in the World Cup semi-finals.
Yeah.
It's not easy. You see, these are some of the players. So some have played in the Premiership, La Liga, Europa finals, Champions League semi-finals.
Yes. Morocco is on Nigeria's.
Okay.
I think that we can do this one real quick if they display the image for us.
Sure.
Last one, and then we do it, and then we wrap, and then we bounce. Yes, but for me, I think that the performance of the referee would take something out of the Moroccan game, because they were brilliant today. Yeah. Please, if the image is ready, Francis, you have it. So if it's ready, give it to us for the last on the side, and then let's see. But let's talk about Ulas Enterprise. Ulas Enterprise, a generator set, water pumps. If you want wheelbarrows, if you want compactors, drilling machines, there is only one place for you to go, and that is Ulas Enterprise. Call them 020-300-5498, 020-300-5498, or 0248-1692 Every other contact is on your screen. Get and contact Ola's Enterprise. If the road to the final is ready, kindly put it on and let us finish this one sharp, and for everybody to see. If you can zoom it small. Okay, so we have it here. So you see, this is the run of 16. So Mali defeated Tunisia. They met Senegal. They've lost. Egypt defeated Benin. Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso. They will meet tomorrow. So the winner of Egypt, Ivory Coast will meet Senegal in the semi-final. And the winner between Nigeria and Algeria will meet Morocco. Yeah. Okay, so now you can do the division for us. So between Nigeria and Algeria, who you think will give Morocco a run for their money?
I think Algeria. Because of where they are from, the northern parts, and also how they also play. They play to the same tune of the Moroccans, and they know themselves very well. They have this kind of their type of players, how they play. I think it will be a game to watch comparatively to the northern side. I mean, meeting the central, either the central or the western parts. So I think between Nigeria and Algeria, I think Algeria will give the Moroccans a very tough run for their money because of especially where they are from. And you see, looking at how the Moroccans are playing, they are very technical. They are very, very technical and intelligent.
But when it comes to the hardness, I think Nigeria can match them on technicality too.
Yeah, Nigeria can match them.
And Nigeria too, they've got the bench.
Yes, yes. I think in terms of the quality level and depth on the bench, I think they have something similar. But I'm reading from a different perspective how sometimes the northern part of Africa, when we meet them in this AFCON, how sometimes they play against the West Africans. And I am reading from a lot of different angles how certain players in the Nigerian team, when they come up against this, the Moroccan team, in fact, a lot, even the fouls they will commit will even slow their tempo, especially in the middle. The Onyekes, the Indidis, their battle between the Sofiane Amrabats, the Kanusis, the Ezazuli, Onais. Yes, Onais. You see, I would rather wish I am campaigning for Nigeria to be in the grand finale and even probably wins it. Amongst the teams we are having currently, I'm rooting for Nigeria to overall wins the competition. But if I am to, go for a proper match, that would, I will go for the Moroccans and the Algerians meeting. But probably we are going to have Nigeria-Morocco.
All right, so that was Lawrence Kobe-Asante you heard earlier. It was my colleague here at GhanaWeb, Benjamin Saki, a.k.a. Osofo. Yes, Osofo is always doing some brilliant work for the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, I think Medina branch or so. But as it stands now, we have two gallant teams making their way to the semi-finals of the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Earlier, the indomitable the Teranga Lions of Senegal defeated the Eagles of Mali by a lone goal. And just now, Morocco makes their way to the semi-finals of the AFCON for the first time since 2004 after beating Cameroon by 2-0. Now, tomorrow, these are the games. A repeat of the 2019 AFCON semi-final. The Desert Foxes of Algeria will be coming up against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Nigeria, though, they carry last, and my big brother, PG, says his money is on Nigeria to win the AFCON. So tomorrow, we will see Babatunde will be smiling in the office, or Babatunde will be crying. After that, the elephant of La Côte d'Ivoire will meet the owners of the AFCON, Pharaohs of Egypt, in the remaining quarter-final game. But the question I'm asking is that, who do you want to meet Morocco in the semi-finals? Is it Nigeria or Algeria? And who do you think can give Senegal a run for their money? Egypt or Ivory Coast? Let me hear from you on our various social media platforms at the GhanaWeb, across board, on X, on Facebook, and on IG. Thanks, guys, for joining me here today, all of you, and to the production crew, Kwame. Thanks, and there is also Abutrika in the studio. Yes, Abutrika, yes, also out of pressure, I'm buying. Yes, Abutrika is in the studio. Banahene, thanks very much. Thanks, Alex. And the two guys who live very far away from Ghana. Their boats, transportation alone, will cost about 10,000 or 1,000 to 2,000 Ghana cedis. Richard Van der Poy and Francis Ehisi. My name is Joel Leshan. Until we meet again, God willing, tomorrow. For now, it's out.